the original run of Danger Girl, issues 1 to 7. This is the original run. Excited to have this.
Wait a minute, did I ever show you these comic books? Because if I didn't, well... here they are. Let's take a look at them. It's geeking time. So as it turns out, Free Comic Book Day 2018, I picked up, as you saw, that set of comic books. You just saw the price tag that said 50 bucks on it. Nothing ever came to fruition, at least I didn't think it did. So I thought to myself, it was for sure that I showed these off on my channel. Lo and behold, from Free Comic Book Day 2018 until now, 2024, it's been, what, 7 years? And I've shown a lot of comic books off on my channel, which... showing off comic books, doing comic book hauls is one of my mainstays. But yet, I never showed off that set. So that is Danger Girl. We're going to be taking a look at that today, all those issues. On top of it, we're going to be taking a look at another issue, a special edition book from Danger Girl, and what you're seeing on top of the pile, the Mission to Thrill coloring book, which I want to do by itself, but I figure we'll just do a big old Danger Girl video in one. So with that being said, sit back, relax, get your espionage gear on, and let's take a look at some Danger Girl goodness. Alright, so I've cleared everything out and we just got the coloring book right here, which is what we're going to start off with today. I wanted to do, like I said, the coloring book by itself, but I did the Spawn adult coloring book. I mean, a post from the bootleg coloring books I did, which were really good. I'm assuming people really enjoyed seeing bootleg coloring books, but when I did the regular, like, licensed adult coloring book, the Spawn video, not too many of you guys seem to want to watch that one. So I figure I'll just lump the coloring book in here. So we'll just do a big old Danger Girl video. So here we go. Here is the coloring book. This is called the Permission to Thrill coloring book. So we've got all 3 characters on the front. 1997 this book came out. Oh man, do I feel old. So here we go. And then on the back, you've got a stunning selection of J. Scott Campbell's most iconic and delightfully delineated Danger Girl images are here. Waiting to be colored by you. Abby Chase, Sydney Savage, Natalia Castle, and the rest of Danger Girl's sexy sirens. You'll find them all inside this coloring book. I, for one, am going to be very honest with you. I appreciate comic book art, and I think it's, to me, in my opinion, art in its finest form. That's my opinion, because I'm also a comic book artist. But I will never call a female comic book character sexy. It's nice artwork, but it's just a drawing. That's all that is. So there we go. Again, you've got the characters Abby Chase, Sydney Savage, and Natalia Castle. And let's get this opened up. We start off with a picture of Abby Chase. And we go right there on the insert. This book belongs to me, obviously. Cover design by Comic Craft. Cover art by J. Scott Campbell. When did this coloring book come out? When was this released? If my camera will focus. There we go. This was released in... Come on, it's going to say somewhere. It doesn't tell me when this was released. 2016. There we go. And I got this at GameStop, if I'm not mistaken. This was on special at GameStop, so that's where I got it. There we go. Like we always do. Again, this is the first cover, and the back of each page has a little tiny picture, so. All right. Got Abby Chase right there. Abby Chase is basically the central character from Danger Girl, if you've never read it. Danger Girl basically takes the Bond girls and turns them into James Bond. That's basically what that is. It's a very 60s photo like that. That's cool. And you got some comic book stills there. I believe I did color one in, so like I always do, I show you guys off that because, you know, it's just to show you what it looks like colored in. And we go to the next page here, and it's really nice cardstock. There you go. There's one of Abby Chase taking a bath. So if you like that, of course. And I do think that this is actually one of the covers of one of the comic books too. So it's kind of the risque pose of Abby Chase right there. Do not put that on display if you have kids. I'll tell you that right now. There you go. It is a pretty cool coloring book, and I never thought that putting out a coloring book of Danger Girl would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty cool, and there you go. The villain, Major Maxim, super cool looking. I know that they're supposed to be based off of, well, you know, to me, it's like basically a mixture of Cobra and some of, you know, the world's most evil people. I'm not going to talk about that. That's some more of Abby Chase right there. The one thing I will say about J. Scott Campbell's artwork, why I always say I'm not the biggest fan of him, is because he over-sexualizes the females. I know Michael Turner did the same thing, but I find that Michael Turner was a lot more tasteful, whereas J. Scott Campbell was more, it's more of the, how sexy can I make this character? So, there you go. There's the picture that I colored in. Abby Chase coming out through the water. Here's the other picture on the end. If you're wondering why I keep moving my hand, it's because holding up these pages kind of cramps my arm. So that's why I keep moving my arm. All right, let's keep going. There's a few pages left, so let's get through it. I believe that was, they used this for the omnibus, which I used to have at one point. I don't know what happened to that thing. Well, yeah, I do, but I don't want to get into it, so. Nice selection of photos, though. And like I said, again, very thick cardstock paper, so you're not going to rip right through. The Mod Bods, again, another homage to like 60s culture. Natalia Castle. The Girls in Paris. See what I mean when I say over-sexualized? Like, yeah, I don't know what that choice was to put that in there, so. That looks like more of a modern sketch because I find more of his modern stuff compared to his older stuff. I like his older stuff compared to his modern stuff, so I find the faces look a lot more polished these days. Kind of make it look like women, they have facelifts with J. Scott Campbell's art. Yeah, so you can tell like that's more of a modern art piece too. What else we got in here? Almost done, yeah. There you go. There you go. I think there's a fold out too at the end. Oh, look, there's a bikini shot. See what I mean? Again, over-sexualizing. But you're probably wondering to yourself too, like, if you think it's over-sexualized, why do you like this series? I liked Danger Girl for the story, for what it was. It was unique. It was taking the Bond girl and turning them into James Bond. And I really like the story. The villains are compelling too. So that's what I like about Danger Girl. This is the only thing by J. Scott Campbell that I like, apart from the Spawn's Universe variant covers that I have. That's like... And there we go. We got a fold out at the end. I'm going to see if I can try and get that all in. Nice fold out right there. And there's nothing on the back, just an action shot of her. Also available, Shades of Terror, Haunted Horror, Visual Funk. I guess those are all coloring books. And there you go. That's the end of the Danger Girl Permission to Thrill coloring book. as I move this out of the way, I will make room for something else here. Let's bring in this. This is Danger Girl, 20 years. So this was a one, like not really, I wouldn't say a one shot, but this was basically a reprinting of the first issue of Danger Girl for the 20 years. So, okay, it wasn't 97, it was 98. So this was released in 2018. You know, I had to refilm because originally I'd said that this was, that I picked up the books in 2028. Can you believe that? We're not even in 2028 yet. That's 4 years from now. So Danger Girl debuted 20 years ago in the spring of 1998. If you're wondering why I'm showing it now, because it was in the spring of 1998, but better time than now. And it was an instant sensation, plotted and illustrated by J. Scott Campbell and scripted by Andy Hartnell. The book struck a chord with fans for its playful tone and exciting storylines. A welcome relief from the grim and gritty comics dominating the landscape at the time. There we go, we'll read further down. Now, two decades later, add 6 now, we take a look back at the Danger Girl preview story and the first issue in a whole new way. We present both stories in pencil form, scanned from Campbell's personal copies he made as he completed each page, offering a never-before-seen look at the creative process that went into these stunning issues. Additionally, these two stories are also presented in their finished form, giving the reader a chance to compare the two versions, a treat for Danger Girl and J. Scott Campbell fans. So this was released by IDW Publishing, even though it was originally by Image Comics, the release. This was $9.99 US, $12.99 Canadian. I am in Canada, so yes, I paid the $12.99 price tag back in 2018. But again, it's a thicker book. It's more of a graphic novel style book. You gotta open it up. When you open it up, yeah, that's where we get to the meat and potatoes of this book. So there's a nice sketch right there of Abby Chase. Before we get into it, there's your interior. Part 1, the pencils. Part 2, the final stories. So it is Danger Girl number 1. Oh, sorry, Danger Girl preview and Danger Girl number 1. So that's what's in here. And as promised, look, it's all pencil sketches, which is really awesome. So if you are a fan of this like I am, this is definitely an amazing piece to have in your collection. I know I'm sending mixed signals. You're not a J. Scott Campbell fan? No, I'm not, but I love the story, so. But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just the story itself, first in pencil, which is awesome, very awesome. Like, I love that. That's awesome. Just reminds me that I like because it reminds me very much of the intros for the James Bond movies. That's what I love about that. So just keep going on in pencil. And if you've never read the story, I recommend it. Danger Girl Prelude to Danger. So here it is in the final color form. The first preview. All right, what's next? Find out in the action-packed giant-sized first Danger Girl. And then we go on to the comic itself in the final cover art. And see, there's that pic I liked. It reminds me of the Bond girls, colored in. Dangerously Yours. I've always been a fan of the James Bond movies, so that's something I don't speak about enough in my videos. So there we go. Oh yeah, and I love it tells you every character too. So if you were wondering, Natalia Castle, Sydney Savage, Silicon Valerie, and Abby Chase. So there you go. It's a really neat book, and I think it does show you like I think there's other covers. Yeah. So you see, I basically got the regular cover. I don't think there's any of these covers I would have really liked, to be honest with you. Maybe just the retailer incentive cover. But again, it's a cool cover. It's a really cool book. It's a really cool piece to have in your collection if you are a Danger Girl fan. Like I am a big Danger Girl fan, so. Yeah, so let's move this out of the way. Let's get into the individual comics.
Dark Horse Comics introduces the all-new G.I. Joe. It's the all-new G.I. Joe. Bigger, bolder, and battle-ready. Join Lieutenant Stone as he leads his all-new team of totally extreme heroes against the evil Iron Claw and his deadly Scar forces. G.I. Joe Extreme! It's G.I. Joe like never before. Harpoon! Metalhead! Quick Strike! Right! Extreme times call for extreme heroes. The all-new G.I. Joe Extreme, now available in Dark Horse Comics.
Oh, well, hello, Reed Stan, coming and joining us so I can put the issues on top of you. There's one thing I will say. Okay, back in the day, I used to have a couple of other Danger Girl items, and I still want to seek those out again because I miss those things. I used to have the I forget what it's called, but the huge graphic novel omnibus that collected the whole entire original run of Danger Girl. I used to have that. My brother got that for me for Christmas one year. And then I had the action figures from McFarlane Toys minus Major Maxim. I had Natalia Castle, Sydney Savage, and Abby Chase. Don't want to go into it. Some things happen, and that's why I don't have those anymore. So I do eventually I would like to find those again. I told my wife that when it comes to refinding figures for my collection, the Kiss Psycho Circus figures by McFarlane Toys and the Danger Girl figures are the ones I eventually want to reclaim for my collection. The other thing I'd like to grab too, and that's just for, shits and giggles to have as part of my collection, is the Danger Girl video game on PlayStation 1. Bet you didn't know there was a Danger Girl video game on PlayStation 1. Oh yes, there was. And yes, there's countless other, stories from IDW. But I have not, read any of those. I've only ever read the original story. Now that we're here, let's get into the comics. Before we get into the original run from Image Comics, I did want to show off this that I have on my collection. This is Danger Girl. Just give me a moment, guys. Here, there we go. This is Danger Girl, Mayday #1. This is from IDW Comic Books. I don't know when this was released. Does it have a print date on here? No, it doesn't have a print date. I'm not quite sure when Mayday #1 was released, but I remember picking this up at an old comic book shop that used to be open that closed down 6 years ago. Library Astro, one of my favorite comic book shops of all time in Montreal. I grabbed that there, and it was like, I think, $1 or $2 book. So I figured, hey, I'm going to add that to my Danger Girl collection. Let's get this out of the way. And now we get to the core Danger Girls. All right, so I don't believe I have the Danger Girl preview. I think that's from Wizard. Although I do have it reprinted in the 20th anniversary book. So we got the special. This is the Danger Girl special with Silicon Valerie on the cover. I believe that this special and the preview were also in that big omnibus that I used to own. So pretty cool. Then we've got Danger Girl issue #7. I have not taken these out of the bags and boards since I've got them in 2018. So we got Danger Girl #7. I'm trying to wonder, is it Image Comics or is it Cliffhanger? I think it's, okay, I think Cliffhanger was a subsidiary of Image, that's why. So there you go, got Danger Girl #7, really nice cover of Abby Chase right there. We've got issue #6 right there. Get another cool cover. I'm not sure if that's a variant or if that's the original. These all came in the pack, so the only thing that I really have taken a look at them since I got these books was just to see, if they were pristine or not, because some of the books could have spine ticking and stuff. Like, it's got a little spine tick right there. So that's really all I took a look at. But yeah, I didn't really take the time to gawk at the covers. I also have Gen 13 comics. Let me know down below if you guys would like to see me do some show off my Gen 13 comics. We've got issue #5 of Danger Girl. You can tell that's a J. Scott Campbell cover, and that was released in 1999. So here we go. There you go. That's 25 years ago. Can't believe 26 years even of Danger Girl. My goodness. I remember when I was a kid seeing these pictures. Anti-Gravity Room. Does anybody remember Anti-Gravity Room? Yeah, I used to watch that show. I think that was a joint Canadian and American show that was played on YTV in Canada. Sci-Fi Channel, I think, in the United States. That's where I was able to see all those comic books. Anti-Gravity Room. Yep. Wish I could find that show and watch some of those old stuff. A lot of cool stuff that I saw. So when I would go away on vacation with my parents, whenever I go to a comic book shop, I knew what to look for because of the Anti-Gravity Room. But of course, these kind of comics my parents wouldn't let me buy because they were a little too mature for me. So I would always get, Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, all those kind of things, that were suitable for a 10-year-old kid at that time, But I digress. All right, we've got issue number 4 with Major Maxim and his minions. That's a cool cover. I would say out of all of these covers, this is probably my favorite cover, to be quite honest with you. This is the nicest cover of all of them. I don't know what it is. There's just something cool about this one. This is issue number 3. I think this is a variant cover too, because that's definitely not Jay Scott's work. That's somebody else's artwork. But I don't know. They kind of over-sexualized Sidney Savage right there. Oh yeah, just so you know, Natasha Castle is Russian, Abby Chase is from the United States, and Sidney Savage is from Down Under. So they each have different, which is cool, is like they're all from different parts of the world, which is really neat. Yeah, I was right about that cover. So this is issue number 2. When we looked at the comic book earlier in the video, with her in the bathtub with all the bubbles on her. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. This is from a cover. But like I said, over-sexualized. But I'm not going to keep talking ill about J. Scott Campbell, because like I said, without him, we wouldn't have Danger Girl, one of my favorite stories in comic book of all time, right? And then finally we have issue number 1 of Danger Girl. Love that I was able to stack all 7 issues of Danger Girl on this reading stand. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, Danger Girl issue number 1. Gotta love it. Great comic book. This is such a cool story. And this cover is awesome too. I mean, when it comes to all the covers that we've taken a look at, like I said, issue number 5 was my favorite. Is it number 5? Sorry, I'm going backwards again. I apologize. It was issue number 4, my bad. Number 4 has got to be my favorite cover. This one right here, super awesome and menacing. And then second to none would be issue number 1 as my second favorite. Because to me, this is just an iconic cover when it comes to comic books. So really cool. I mean, it's so iconic, like I said. That's the cover that they chose, that they put it on the coloring book. So, you know, that's the icon of the color of the cover. It's not just on their first cover. It's not just the first issue cover. It's also the coloring book cover. So that's how iconic that is, that when they knew they were making this coloring book, they're like, okay, we got to make it look iconic. We got to make it look eye-catching. We got to use the first issue's cover. But I asked you guys, have you ever read Danger Girl? Have you ever, have you collected any of these? Do you have the collection yourself in your collection? And when it comes to other stories of Danger Girl from the IDW run, I think there was also Wildstorm that put out Danger Girl books too. Did you guys ever read any of those books? I never got down to any of that. Like, I know I have Mayday number 1, but I've only ever read this core story right here, which I absolutely love and I still keep close and near and dear to my heart. Whenever I go through my comics and my long boxes and I see my Danger Girl books, it just makes me feel, this is such a cool and awesome story that I'm so happy that I have this in my collection. The funny thing is that when I first was looking at this from the comic book shop that I got it from, I was fawning over it for the longest time. And then when I finally had the store credit, and I was like dancing around regretting this whole set, they told me, like, you got the store credit. You keep dancing around it. Just pick it up. Pick it up. And I pulled the trigger. I was like, yeah, why not? So these are all first prints too, which is really awesome. And newsstands editions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're all newsstand editions, which is really awesome.
Do you know how to use one of these?
GoldenEye. Load a rumble pack and see how it feels when 007 meets M64.
Well, there you go. That was today's look at my Danger Girl comic book collection. Not much, I know. We've got the coloring book, we've got the 20th anniversary, we've got Mayday number 1, and then the full run of the original Danger Girl set. But for me, it was all about the original set. So that's why the coloring book, the 20th anniversary, and the full run, besides Mayday, was, in theme. I just figured I'd throw in Mayday number 1 because it's the only other Danger Girl issue I have. That's kind of a random issue, but whatever. But that being said, are you guys fans of Danger Girl? Have you read Danger Girl? I asked that earlier. And if you did, Do you guys like the story? I know that I was ripping off of J. Scott Campbell for over-sexualizing. And the other thing, too, is that I don't like is that all his women, they all have the same face. Even when he did a Storm, she looked the same. It's all this one standard face. And that's what it's like a copy paste for all his female characters. So I'm not telling you not to like his artwork. If you like it, you like it. That's fine. But I just find for me, his older stuff in the 90s looks a lot better than his stuff these days. That's just my opinion on the matter. Other thing is like I said, I do really want to get those figures back. Oh, those McFarlane figures were so nice. And I want to get that big omnibus back because I'd love to read the story again completely. And again, also, really random Danger Girl video game. So still things I want to get. I still like to seek out some other Danger Girl comics, obviously, because it's a cool, compelling story. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Let's get out of here. Let's go about our day. I still got some other videos coming up, so it's fun. I know I've been doing some collection videos recently. So, hey, I also got the Spawn video coming up, my Spawn action figure collection, so stay tuned for that. That should actually be out this coming Friday. Yeah. And we're also going to have a movie night coming soon. So you guys all voted, and we're going to take a look at Kiss Meets the Phantom. So that's going to be fun. That's going to go up a day before Free Comic Book Day. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this video in its entirety if you did. I always appreciate you guys watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I cannot be making this content or doing these videos without you guys supporting my channel. However, if you are brand new to my channel because you thought to yourself, Danger Girl? I like that comic book series. Please and thank you. Subscribe to my channel. I got a bunch of other comic book related videos here too, so if you like that, click the bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. Click the thumbs up button if you like this. And also comment down below, guys. Let's talk all things Danger Girl down below in the comic books, in the comment section. Not comic books, but comment section. Let's talk Danger Girl comic books. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. See, that's how it is on my channel. I sometimes edit things out, but sometimes I leave things in because I'm just goofy that way. All right, guys, get out of here for the day. Stay cool, stay nerdy, keep hunting, keep collecting, keep being dangerously awesome. You have my permission to thrill. And as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Laters!